Hey, Tony Gaskins here, popping in for another episode of Talks with Tony. Now I see a letter. We got look like a decent length of a letter, but my wife today brought me the mail from the PO box, which is actually my mother-in-law PO box. Way back in the day, I used my mother-in-law PO box because I didn't have one, and I got some birthday mail that came in. So to those of you who sent this in, and then also now what we got here coming up, say the date, Mr. Ben and Miss Toyka. Forgive me if I'm saying your name wrong now. August 6, 2021, they getting married. Now, Ben is a member of the Blessed Tribe. And now Ben sent me a $15 Starbucks card so I can get my white caramel macchiato. Then for those of y'all who be hot and ready like Little Caesars, he sent me a $15 Little Caesars. And then Chick-fil-A, my chicken sandwich with my half lemonade, half sweet tea. He sent me old Chick-fil-A. Just very, very thoughtful. I mean, he actually listened to the videos. Now he read me a letter. He wrote me a letter. And good luck typed it up on the paper. And basically what he was saying is that he knows that it's 96% women, but he one of the few brothers that's not too headstrong to listen to you, tell it like it is, and keep it real with myself when I hear you speak on things I need to tighten up on. And he tell me he's reading the books, make it work really blessed him. And that now him and his queen, they met, they connected, and he trying to get better and work things out. And she's been a great influence in his life. She doesn't use foul language, listen to music that has a lot of other crazy stuff in it, doesn't partake in, and really helping him. He said he never thought he could hold out this long on sexual activity, but he is, and it's not thought about a great deal because there's so much to build on besides that. And they invited me to their wedding. Now, unfortunately, I'm gonna be in Germany on y'all wedding, so I'm gonna miss the wedding. I was finna be at that wedding too. You hit me, and then I said, baby, hey, we got us a wedding invite. She said we're gonna be in Germany. And I was like, oh man, I was ready to come up there and eat all that food and just have me a good old time. So now, any of y'all that follow me on this here YouTube, when you get married, send me a letter like Brother Ben did and invite me to that wedding. Because, he said we're going to have you as our guest of honor. I don't know what that means, but I sure was going to be honored to be there. And so, brother, hey, God bless you. And bless y'all, and y'all stay strong. If things start to get a little rocky, y'all make sure y'all get in some coaching now. MyMentor.life immediately. Now on to our letter. But I said I'm gonna share the praise reports that I get to see. I won't get to see all of them because they go to email. I don't check all the emails. I don't run all the email addresses, all the email accounts. But this one came to my PO box, read not, so I seen it. And thank y'all others who sent me the birthday cards, and for those of you who blessed me on Cash App for my birthday. That really right there just floored me. So just, hey, thank you. From the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate it. So now today for our letter, let's see. Hi, Tony. First and foremost, thank you for dedicating your life purpose to helping others in need. That selfless act of service is a true commitment and blessing. Tony, I would like some support as it relates to my sister. So many videos and articles talk about how a woman should know within the first year if a man is interested if he proposes. Now, did I already read this one? But you know what? I think I already read this one. Yeah, and she sent it again. Well, I thought that was the letter. That ain't the letter. Because I already read that one. See, some folks, they get a little impatient. They send that letter and they expecting the answer in a day or two. And so then they send it again. So y'all got to forgive me. Now, what I'm working on, it should be done here hopefully in a week or so, is a site called AskTonyGaskins.com where you can go and you can pay to ask your question, to where it's like coaching, except it's not a whole hour. So, because I'm not doing the general coaching one-on-one sessions, and so this is much more affordable, to where you just got one of these little questions like this here, instead of paying for a whole hour of coaching, you can send in a question and get that response. And this is something that I'm creating, custom creating it. It's a lot of different apps and websites that would have let me do it, but I don't want to be driving, my supporters to somebody app, somebody else business. So I create my own businesses. You hear me? I cut the middleman. I create my own businesses. I get enough money, I'm gonna have me a melatonin tube. Y'all ain't gonna see me on here. You gonna have to sign up on my app. Now let's go on right on ahead now. Hello, Mr. Gaskins. I trust you are well. I am, and she said her name. Now, do y'all know this is supposed to be anonymous, right? This is supposed to be anonymous. I said her name. And I recently started watching your teachings and subscribed to your YouTube channel. And I hope everybody else subscribe. Now, hit the subscribe button. Sit here watching videos, they ain't hit the subscribe button. Thank you so very much for allowing God to use you for his glory through this much needed ministry. I am 36 years old, single with no kids. I've never been enthusiastic about dating divorced men because of my mother and other relatives' negative experience, although I mostly get approached by divorced men. In the meantime, I am also becoming more aware of the fact that it's hard to find single men with no kids in their 40s. I met a 43-year-old divorced man with 2 boys, 9 and 12 years old, in February. We started dating in August, after mainly communicating by phone due to From what I've seen so far, he is intentional and very invested in the relationship. He also says he wants a future with me. I really like his maturity, the communication, the emotional and mental connection with him. Only kissing, no involved. But at the same time, I worry about the possible impact of his ex-wife and kids on our relationship. I've not met his kids or his ex yet. He's tried to reassure me, telling me that if anything, it will be his responsibility to handle. Can you please advise on how to best handle this relationship? By me being in this relationship, can it be seen as me not trusting God enough to bring a man who is not divorced in my life? And is it considered as lowering my standards? I hope this question makes it to the top of your pile soon. Once again, thank you for your servant's heart. May God's blessings continue to pour down on you and your family. Look forward to your insight. Thank you so much for sending your letter in. And I didn't want to say your name. I almost slipped up now. So y'all have to understand this. If y'all put y'all name in the email and I slip up and say it, I'm not going back to edit it out. Okay, I caught this one now, but sometimes just so in the moment, just reading every word, I might not catch that it's a name because I'll be done read it before I even process what I just read. So y'all understand that now going forward. But it's just your first name, it really don't matter now. Unless somebody know your whole story inside, not left and right, your first name really won't matter because you could be anybody. Now here's the thing, you 36 years old, you met a man 43. Now the first thing what you got to realize is, you young to him, because that's 7 years. That's 7 years younger than him. And a woman is already more mature than men. So, you still young, even though you 7 years. The other thing what you got to realize, he got a 9-year-old and 12-year-old. So he got at least 9 more years before his son's grown. So he's gonna have to deal with his sons forever, of course, but as dependents, he got 9 more years. And so that may come with child support. It may come, if he's not on actual child support, just helping out, talking to the mama, interacting with the mama. You don't know what type of relationship they truly have and what type of history and all of that they have. So it is going to be some things to juggle. But now here's the thing. With this here relationship, he said he's tried to reassure me, telling me that if anything, it will be his responsibility to handle. That is, if he means that, that's the best thing he could have said, because he is 100% right. The woman, you as a woman coming into this situation, should never have to deal with his ex. That's all on him to set them boundaries, put that in place, and he has to deal with her. That shouldn't come over to you. Some men are so childish and immature, they like to see the ex get jealous and cause problems for the new woman, and make the new woman feel like she has to compete and work for his approval, because he has a ready-made option sitting over there waiting in the wings, and then so he plays the women against each other. This man doesn't sound like he's trying to do that, and so that is a good thing. And the fact that he said, because a man could have easily said, well, if she pop up, you're a grown woman, you can handle her. Like, you could put her in her place. I don't mind you telling her what she need to hear and how you feel. Like, you know what I mean? And if she jump froggy, you got two hands, put paws on her. Like, a man could have said that, and men have said that. But he told you, hold on. If she get to acting, all this and that, I got her. Don't worry about that. So that's what a man should say. Hopefully he'll back it up if it come up. But now here's the thing. Now, y'all met in February of 2020. You wrote me November 2nd, 2020. Y'all started dating August. So August, September, October. So that had been about anywhere from 2 to 3 months right there. So y'all communicating by phone due to the situation in 19. And he's intentional and very invested in, and he also wants a future with me. You like his maturity, the communication, and the emotional and mental connection with him. Only kissing, no involved. But at the same time, I worry about the possible impact of his ex-wife and kids on our relationship. So what you have to worry about, now what you have to realize is that if you've been talking to the man, since for 2-3 months, and he has already been managing this situation, and you don't have any issues from the ex, then that means that she's not a constant and present issue. Because if a woman is an issue, if the ex is an issue in somebody's life, male or female, it'll be every week. It'll be consistent. It'll be there. And now, yes, there is a possibility. Hear me out here now. There is a possibility that when he goes public with you, the ex, if she still has feelings for him, she could at that point start to act a donkey. But you have to make sure that you really like him. So it's been 3 months. Y'all are dating. So you got about another 3 months. You got 3 more months so that you can fill this out and see where y'all at. That 6-month mark, you evaluate it. You see where your heart is at. If your heart say, look, we doing good, everything going well, then you go to 9 months. Go to 9 months. If your heart say, look, everything going great, feeling good, in love, going good, then you go to 12 months. Between that 12-month and the 18-month mark, he should be proposing. He should be proposing. So if you get that far, he should be proposing. Being that he's been married and divorced, for him, it may stretch up to, and he 43, a little shell shock there. So for him, it could stretch up to 24 months. And this is an exception to the rule, because you're dealing with a man who in his 40s, and you're dealing with a man who got two children under that are dependents under the age of 18. And he got an ex-wife. So that is an exception to the rule. It's different than if he had no kids, no whatever. The other thing what you have to realize is, now you say, by me being in this relationship, can it be seen as me not trusting God enough to bring a man who is not divorced in my life? Now, yes, it can be seen as that. It can be seen as that because you're only 36 years old. 36, you still a spring chicken. You still got Similac around your mouth. So 36, you not over the hump, over the hill. 36, you got some time. You got at least another good 4 years if you wanted to give birth. Now let y'all tell it in the comments you have another 20 years to give birth. Let y'all tell it in the comments. My sister gave birth at 51. So you need to stop age shaming women by giving birth. Yeah, ladies, do not listen to this. You can take your time and your body can give birth whenever you get ready. I'm like, man, listen. When you go to the doctor, even the doctor will tell you over the age of 40, yeah, you can have a baby, but it's still considered high risk. Because you ain't just, young and fresh. You ain't 18, 21, 25. Your body changes. So, for those y'all want to argue in the comment, because y'all had a baby old as Methuselah. Oh, Sarah had a baby at 95. Is your husband Abraham? All right then. The father of many nations? All right then. So what God did for Abraham, he not finna do that for your man. Okay? Abraham is different. All right? Different. People say, Lord, I see what you did for others. Yeah, what God did for others, he might not do the same thing for you. Your man ain't Abraham. So understand this. So even at 45, the Lord might be looking at you like, listen, sister. All right, I know you call it on me, but hey, listen. I created a thing that y'all call biology. So listen, all right, y'all got too many. Okay, y'all got too many hormones in them chicken that you been eating. Too many steroids in them chicken that y'all eat. Y'all want to do y'all own thing. I told y'all to eat off the land, fruits and nuts and grains. Y'all eating these pigs with these warts on their booty, and you just tearing it up. And then now you want to call on me when you 45, talk about getting you a healthy baby. Hold on now, come on now. I set stuff in motion, in order. This is what the Lord's saying. So listen, even because you said trust in God. So even with the Lord in there, you asking the Lord a whole lot to give you a good and to be a smooth, no issue pregnancy at the age of 40. You still asking a lot. Now, can it happen? Absolutely. It can happen. It can happen. But it's asking a lot, okay? And today it's new technology. 40, it's like having a baby at 20 today. Hey, listen. Don't let me rain on your parade, okay? Go right ahead. All I'm saying is, if it's meant to be, and that's what the Lord got for you, it's gonna happen. Don't let me discourage you. You got to know God for yourself. What God told you, you ain't got to tell me. You ain't got to tell nobody else. That's between you and God. We don't need to read about what God told you in the comments. That's between you and God. If you truly believe that, you don't have to argue it. If you truly believe what God told you, you're not getting offended by somebody else saying, hey, all right, now you know they call that, all right? So now listen, 36 years old, you got a good 4 years. And what I say is, God is and can be a fourth quarter, fourth down on the 4-yard line with 4 seconds left in the game type of God. What I mean is that it ain't never too late for God to move. So yes, you met this man in February. We started dating in August. Now, the red flag here is that if a man meet a woman in February and he feels, when he look at her, he feels she beautiful like the way he envisioned his next wife being, he finna start dating her in February. When you meet a man in February and he don't start dating you till August, that's a red flag. Because y'all met in February, so March, April, May. May really is the first evaluation period. May, 3 months. You evaluate every 3 months. So May is the first evaluation period. So you went May, okay, then you got June, July, August. So he put you to 6 months, which, because he's an exception to the rule, being divorced, you kind of still was in a good little zone right there, 6 months. Sometimes, because divorce could cause some trauma. And so you still was decent. Now y'all August, okay. The other issue that you got is he's 7 years older than you. So you don't fully know, for one, how them 7 years gonna affect you. So the other issue here is he got 2 kids, okay? Now, you 36, single with no kids. And you never been enthusiastic about dating divorced men because of my mother and other relatives' negative experience, although I mostly get approached by divorced men. Now, see, listen. See this thing. Now, you don't want to just write divorced men off, but when you 36 and you got a little window of opportunity here, because you didn't say if you want children or not. And I'm going to say children, okay? But see, sometimes they'll, scrape words because they think you making a video for them, So, you didn't say if you want that, or if you said that, I missed it. But, so here's the thing. Technically, to be with this man, technically, yes, it would be considered as lowering your standards, because whether a man has been married or not, marriage is a big thing. So that means he's already failed at the lifetime commitment covenant. He's already failed at it. Whether it was her fault, his fault, both of their fault, he's already failed at that. So that is a red flag. It does mean something. It would be you will lose a little points on your relationship credit score for that divorce. You will lose some points. Even if it wasn't your fault, you will lose some points, okay? So that is a little red flag. It ain't got sirens on it and super loud, but that's a red flag. The other issue is he already got 2. You didn't say what he do for a living. So if he not no brain surgeon and money ain't just flowing, 2 is a lot, because you got to also help pay for college. So if you want you 1, or if you want you 2, or if you want you 3 or 4, Gerald, now you adding to what he already got. So now he 43. Y'all not even married yet. At the pace y'all going, y'all might not get married till he 45. At 45, if you want to conceive, now you 38. So you're going to be 38. So, getting up there a little bit now when it comes to conceiving, and carrying a child. Yeah, you still good and healthy. But, again, you ain't 25. So, it's going to be a few little changes. After 30, the body start to, the joints need a little oil on them. Okay, truth be told. And so, I'm 37. So, listen, joints and body ain't where it was when I was 25. Okay? I ain't even have to work out and I had abs. Now, I can work out every day and ab barely be peeking through there. So listen, I need to go do a workout after I get done with this video. So listen, I got a coach at 6, so I got to go in 29 minutes. All right, 29 minutes, got to be gone. So now listen to me. So now you 38 years old, he 45, y'all get married, you wants to conceive. But now here's the thing. At 45, that means when y'all child 10 years old, he 55. Okay, my son, my oldest son, getting ready to be 14 next month. Me and him just played one-on-one basketball because I'm 37. After about 2 points, I'm 37. Now, I cannot imagine playing one-on-one at 55. Now, I could imagine doing it, but how my body gonna feel if my body feel like it feel right now at 37, living a normal lifestyle? I'm not no triathlete. Now, if he a triathlete, okay, none of this applies to him. He was still running marathons, okay, this don't apply to him. His libido good, strong. You're 37, I'm around here turning me down, something like, no, baby, I don't feel, baby, I'm tired tonight. At 37. So now listen, and then y'all women, y'all be like, Tony, why you act like when a man get in his 50s, he's so old? I sleep with a man who 56 and that thing strong and good. Yeah, cause he nasty. The fact that you single in your 50s and you with a man that's single in his 50s, he got a nasty streak in him. That's why, and you don't know what kind of pill was popped before that happened. Before he even came to you, the pill was popped. And you heard the commercial say, if you experience 4 hours or more, please call the doctor. He enjoying that thing 4 hours. 4 hours, y'all get crunk up. Yeah, it's other. You don't know what he did. He got them things in a bottle in his center console in the car. Eat them things like Eminem. Go right on in there. And then you on your bike at 55 with this man that's 53, 58, breaking your bike because he got that in his system. Got that blue pill in his system. So listen, some of y'all just be talking and don't even understand how men work. I'm telling you, as a man body at 37, I'm not no jackrabbit. Okay, so if you got your old jackrabbit in the 50s, something's off. Something going on with him. He got somebody prescription. You hear me? Listen what I'm telling you. Or he cut from a different part of Africa. Come from a different part of Africa. And because all human race come from Africa, for those of y'all didn't know that. So understand what I'm telling you now. All right, play with it you want to. You hit the man, y'all will be 6 to 8. And he under cardiac arrest. And the doctor say, well, man, he had an overdose on Viagra. So that's why his heart going out. What? He been on fire? The doctor say, yeah, because looking at his heart condition, he had to be popping these things like Tic Tacs since he was 40. What? I thought I had a whippersnapper. I wondered why that thing was so good. It was better than in my 20s. The doctor say, yeah, I bet it was. There's some strong stuff in what he been taking. So listen to what I'm telling you. You have to think about this when y'all women be dating up. Men, we already bad fathers as it is. We already, 9 out of 10 of us already struggle with wanting to play trains and play dinosaurs and play with the kids as it is in the 20s. Already. Kids got to be begging us already. Can you watch this with me? Can you play with this with me? Can you do this with me? And daddy be like, no, I got to work. Or no, I'm tired. So now you got to think about this if you want to have children. And when your child is 10 and your man is 55. Okay? Unless he is cut from a different cloth. He come from a special tribe of Africa. Then he going to be just typical average like every other man. And you're going to be like, oh, can you please go play soccer with Johnny, little Johnny? My goodness. It's like, I am tired. I'm trying to cook dinner and you can't even play soccer with little Johnny? And he like, you know what? I knew when I met you, I should have went to the doctor and got this thing snipped. Cause now you coming to me talking about go out there and play with little Johnny. My wife just put these scissors on my desk. It's gold here and it's clear here. I say, I gotta get me some good use out of these. This man, I should have went and got when I met you. Because he 55 years old with a 10-year-old. And so now, 10-year-old want to play all day long. This man back hurting. And then he like, woman, I done told my Achilles getting out the bed this morning. How you want me to go play soccer with the boy? And so this is the kind of stuff that you have to think about. You got to process this. And so technically, to answer your question, by being in this relationship, can it be seen as me not trusting God enough to bring a man who is not divorced in my life? Yes, it can be seen as that. Is it that? I cannot say, because for one, I can't see you. You ain't got no picture on here, so I don't know what men seeing. You see what I mean? So depending on you and how you present yourself, how you carry yourself, depending on you, the Lord could be saying, listen, daughter, listen, God bless, bless you now, but all you gonna be able to get is a divorced man. Okay, it's just the way the mop flop the cookie crumble right now, just because of the energy that you giving off, and you ain't hired no dating coach. I don't have date coaching advice spelled out in the Bible. So, yes, Ruth was in the hot sun picking wheat. Okay? And bending over. So her thighs was right. Her glutes was right. That skin had plenty of vitamin D, melanin popping. So when Boaz seen her and he asked the field hand, who is that? What the Lord trying to tell you is at that moment, Ruth was bending over in Boaz's face, picking up that wheat. And he said, I pay for it. I pay for it. And so he told the other men, listen, leave her some bundles. Not weave, because they wore their natural hair. No, they wore some weave too. He said, leave her some bundles on the ground so she could pick that up. Drop some bundles on the ground so she could pick up that barley, that wheat. Because the way she out here looking, woo, see them hams in that sundress when she bent over. Who woman is this? Boaz had to go check around. They said, well, that's your next of kin. He in line for her. Boaz had to call her me. Hey, brother, hold on now, brother. Hey, hold on. Hey, yeah, I want to ask you, Ruth, are you going to be partaking in that? Are you going to be accepting your family lineage right? That man said, no, I already got a wife. I ain't got no room for Ruth. You better go ahead about your business. I got an ebook called 21 Lessons from Ruth and Boaz. A lot of people disagree with my 21 lessons, but it's just me. Just me reading and interpreting it, you know what I'm saying? Just how I read it. A lot of people, mostly women, disagreeing because they reading because my interpretation don't fit with their narrative for their life, because they believe in God for their Boaz. And so they getting mad with me on how I interpret it from the male perspective. But so this is the thing. Now, how a man sees you, I can't see that. So it depends on your energy. It depends on your energy. It depends on the clothes you wear, because it's visual. Men are visual creatures first. It depends on how fast you walk, how fast you talk. It depends on those things first, because a man who 36, never been married, no kids, for one, you got to ask God, is that what you even want? Because why he 36, never been married, no kids? Is he non-committal? Has he been on the grind? And because he's so business focused, he put business before everything. Why he 36? Has he been in hiding? God kept him in hiding because he been doing the work of the Lord. Why is he 36 single when it's so many single women that's marriage ready? Why is he 36, never been married, no kids? You see what I mean? So the man that is 36, never been married, no kids, and healthy minded, healthy spirited, that man, that's more of a rarity. So you have to also ask, is that even common in my city? It might be out there, but it might not be common in your city. You see what I mean? It might not be common in your race. And so you have to ask those things. So God may be not doing, but allowing, you may be getting what is available, which may be divorced men, which shows you that most men make a move early on in life because we wired to look and seek out a woman. From the time we're cognizant of our body and our mind and that we are male, we start seeking out a woman. I was looking for my wife from the age of 16. I met her at 21. And so I say that to say that is a average man. That's a typical man. Now, when you get to a man that's 36, never been married, no kids, he could be on one end of the spectrum or the other. So he could be an absolute dog, misogynist, womanizer, or he could be, a devout man of God who been living like Apostle Paul, doing the work of the Lord. This one over here, I really don't come in contact with that. So he is typically on the other end of the spectrum, typically, or he could be in the middle of the spectrum, meaning confused on which team he want to play for. If you know what I mean, he could be confused, like the men who be shooting a shot at the lady in the video from yesterday, who be shooting a shot at her. It's a lot of men that's confused on which team they want to play for. And so that also can have a man end up 36, never been married, no kids. So you have to look into the situation. It could be good, could be bad. But now if you waiting on a man, because see, for a woman, it's totally different, because women don't go out and propose to men. Women don't go out and just pursue men. So a woman who 36, never been married, no kids, a woman who 48, never been married, no kids, it don't have the same meaning as a man, because a man is a pursuer, a hunter, the go-getter. He is the one who is to be fruitful and replenish the earth, to a man who finds a wife. It don't say a woman who finds a husband. So God wired a man to go and pursue a wife. So when a man is over the age of 30 and has never been married and doesn't have kids, you have to look within that situation to see what is here. What is the reasoning behind this, sir? And for a woman, it's because the men who have approached her have not been on her level, or not enough men have approached her, or no men have approached her. And so it could be she's not emotionally available. She's not physically ready, mentally ready, emotionally ready. It could be one of those things for a woman. Now, it also could be locale, where you located, where you live at. I have clients that they may be African American, but they may live in an area that is predominantly white and Asian. So meeting a husband is not going to be the easiest thing. So you have to look at all this right here. Now, the other question, is it lowering your standards? Is it considered lowering your standards? Yes, it is. Because standards are rooted in morals and values. So your standards really have to deal with the foundational things. So to say you don't want a man who has been married, that's a standard, because you don't want the baggage that comes with divorce and co-parenting and child support and split visitation, all of this stuff. So that can be seen as a standard. Also, it could be seen as a standard because marriage is a lifetime commitment. Should be. It's supposed to be a lifelong covenant. So the fact that that was broken, that says something. Now, a man who has kids, if he has children, if those children were conceived out of wedlock, then that also goes toward standards, because he was in sin. And you can look at that and say, well, this man was not married when he had these children, so he was comfortable and okay with living in fornication and then also bringing children into the world without the stability of a healthy marriage. In this case, if this guy was married, then it's not as much, the fact that he has children is not a knock against him, because he did it the right way inside of marriage. But it could be considered as lowering your standards. Is it lowering your standards? It depends on you. See, the thing is we attract, meaning who we end up with, who we start dating, who we date, who we are with, who we marry, is a reflection of us. So when I say we attract what we are, it means who you end up with, not who walks up to you. Because a cow will walk up to you and try to kiss you on the lips. You know, a squirrel want to come up and get a nut. So it's not who walks up to you. It's who you settle down with, who you get in a relationship with. That person is a reflection of you, whether you believe it or not. Even if it's in a different way. You say, oh, how is this person who is an abuser and a cheater a reflection of me? They see that in you. And the fact that you are with them and you putting up with that is a reflection of who you are. And so you have to understand that. So if you're not taking care of you and presenting yourself whole, ready, healthy, then a man who has everything to offer may not feel you're on his level. And a man who has baggage may feel you are on his level, because you're not presenting yourself blemish and spot free. See, before your husband does that in Ephesians 5, you're supposed to do that for yourself. Present yourself blemish and spot free. Love yourself. And then he sees what he has to upkeep. That's why the term high maintenance came into play. Because a man would see a woman and he would see hair done, face did, nail done, clothes done, shoes done, car done, job done, house done, all this here done. So this got to keep getting dead. I got to do the keeping, because this woman here is kept up. So if I'm going to come in her life and be her man, I got to do some keeping. You hear me? So that's why the term high maintenance came into play. So understand that. But if you come in and you look low maintenance because you're not taking care of yourself, you're not enhancing your beauty, accentuating your beauty, meaning showing and presenting yourself as if you truly love yourself, then a man say, oh, she's slacking. Okay, she takes shortcuts. Her tracks showing. I can see her tracks. Oh my goodness, the glue. Oh, I can see the glue. Oh my goodness. Oh, her wig is always a little crooked. Okay. Okay, that shirt look a little faded. Well, she done wore a mess out that shirt. I know they ain't one of that. That ain't nothing but one of them Lane Bryant 1999 blouses. I wonder why she wear that thing so much. My goodness. Okay, well, shoot. I'm gonna go on shoot my shot at her, cause boy, I ain't gonna have to do nothing. Cause do she even got on nail polish? Well, she ain't got on. Oh my goodness, them fingernail look like she chew them down to the nub. Oh my goodness. Okay, all right. Shoot, but hey, that's a good job she got. Boy, that 401k finna be popping. Boy, we finna be round the world. Okay, yeah, let me shoot my shot. Let me get my little pen. You hear me? That's how a man reads a woman. He reads a woman from head to toe. He's looking at what her hair costs. Unless it's natural, but even if it's natural, it still got upkeep to it. What her hair costs. What that makeup costs. What them nails cost, what that shirt cost, what them pants cost, what the shoes cost, what that car cost, what the townhouse, the apartment, the house costs. So he's saying, okay, this how she treat herself, this the level she done got to. Okay, all right. This what I got to, take care of. So this the thing. Is it lowering your standard? It depends on you and what level you've set for yourself. Because if you look like you on the level of a divorced man, based on how you present yourself, your energy, the way you carry yourself, dress, walk, talk, all that, then the answer would be no. Because your standards can't be higher than you. Even if you set your standards higher than you, that's not standard, that's preferences. You have to be what you want to attract. You got to be on the level of what you want to attract. You know what I'm saying? I can't go be a doctor without a doctorate. If I don't have my MD, I can't go be no medical doctor. You know what I'm saying? I can't go be the principal of my son's school without a master's degree, if that's what they require, a master's degree. You have to be on the level of what you want to attract. So if you want a man that is 36, between the ages of 36 and 41 is where you really need to be at. That's be your sweet spot. Between 36 and 41. If you want a man between the ages of 36 and 41 who's never been married and does not have kids, that man got the pick of the litter. He could have NT woman he want. He could look like the butt of this remote and be able to get now by any woman he want. Because a lot of the women gonna be desperate. And so you got to realize, if you want that, you got to make sure you on the level of that. That you have built yourself, grew yourself, got yourself to be the level of a woman that can have the pick of the litter too. The way you like, hey, I can have any kind of man I want because I done took care of me. Brain, brand, body. Them 3 B's. You hear me? I'm ready. Who want it? Come on. Show me that you deserve it. What you gonna do? You hear me? And so that's where you got to be at. And if you not there, then, and you don't like what's coming to you, then keep working and keep waiting. Work while you wait. Because you perfecting in the process. You perfecting in the process. Because if you believe God and you trust God and you doing the work, because see, having faith that God gonna deliver don't mean nothing if you ain't doing no work. So you can't just be around here average and mediocre in areas of your life and expecting God to deliver the spectacular. Because God loved that person that he's delivering. God loved them too. So if you average and mediocre in areas of your life, God not finna deliver you somebody that's excellent in the key areas of their life, because then God would be cheating that person. If God loved them and they excellent in the key areas of their life, God is going to deliver to them someone who is excellent in the key areas of their life. So a lot of time when you keep attracting the same thing, you have to look and say, okay, is it timing? Because if you've done everything you need to do to be prepared and positioned, then it's God's timing. So if you are receiving that which you don't want, and you've done everything to be prepared and to be positioned, then it's not the right time. So if you settle, then yes, you doing things on your timeline instead of God's timeline. Because God may be saying, listen, I'm not going to send them until you 37. I ain't going to send them until you 38, till you 39. Because you still got another level in your company you need to go. Or you got another income tax bracket you need to get into. You got a non-profit organization you need to start. You got a book you need to write. And if this man come in, y'all gonna get married in 12 months, and then boom, you pregnant. Then now this book that I wanted you to write to set thousands of women free, you ain't wrote that book, and you're not gonna have time to write that book. This company I wanted you to start, this foundation, this position I wanted you to get, so that you can impact the culture of your industry or your job for my good. You ain't gonna be able to do that, because when you get married and you get pregnant, or when you get married, you might sit down. He may say, hey, you could sit down and work on this right here if you want to. Or, hey, we pregnant now, or we adopting, whichever it is. And so I want you, you could be in the house every day with the child, and working on everything you want to work on. And so God may be saying, listen, I ain't sent them yet because you ain't ready to receive them yet, because you ain't tapped into your purpose yet. I need you to tap into your purpose and give your purpose legs. When your purpose get legs that it could walk and it could stand and walk on its own, now I can send you this here man, because I ain't gonna send you more than you could bear. I'm not gonna send you a distraction from your purpose, because you ain't here just to pop out babies. You here to accomplish something. If I done had you, out here this long, obviously it's because I want you to accomplish something. The women that a part of their purpose was to raise a man or woman that I'm going to use, like be the mother to Jesus Christ. I sent them their husband at 19, 20, 21, because a part of their purpose was who they would be rearing in the world. That was a huge part of their purpose, even though they still got other stuff to do. But that season for them is going to be when they child 18. And when they child 18, she may be 38. And they child 18, and now she's stepping into her book and her nonprofit, because I got her married at 20 and pregnant at 20. You see what I'm saying? So, hey, I got to go. Coaching session here in 1 minute. God bless you. I wasn't all the way done, but I got to finish 9. Y'all, Tony, can you do a part 2? No, I can't pick up where I left off, because I go in the flow of the spirit. So I can't just be picking up. I forget everything I said when I do these videos. I don't remember anything I said. Y'all be in the comments, be quoting me. I'm like, I said that? What is they talking about? Where I said that at? Because it just be a flow of the spirit. So when the video done. I could have kept rambling, kept talking, but the video done. You get the point. Listen to it again if you didn't get it. Hey, God bless you. We'll talk soon.